Alrighty folks, welcome back to another video from Yates Computers Tips and Reviews. So for this one we'll be probably wrapping up the series on temu. There's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad. There's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad with the good. And I'm not talking it's all good, all bad equal. There's some good that has a lot of bad on that, attached to that good. So, one of the things I mentioned before was the price match. Yes, they have a price match that if the price of that product goes down within 30 days or whatever it is, you can get the difference back. Problem is, they're a marketplace. Lots of different sellers of that product. That match is only good on that seller. If that seller sells that product and then stops selling it, there is no product match. Even though you have another seller selling it for a lot less money, you ain't gonna get. You could submit for it and do all of this stuff, and most of the time it just gets denied or they just ignore it. So that's one of the big problems I have with them is they advertise, we have this, we market, we patch, we match. They don't really match. They market a lot of this stuff and they say they do stuff, but to get them to actually follow through is a whole nother story. Product matching is not automatic. So what I do is I place my order, and then every day in the evening, I go in there and click on that order, go down to where it says price match, hit price match, and see if anything qualifies. There's times I've gotten $3 back, $1 back on an item, 50 cents, a penny, whatever it is. But here's the thing, I can get a penny back for every 30 days and get 30 cents. Is that really worth your time? You can go on there 30 days and get nothing back because that seller discontinued that item, no longer sells that item. You'll see on some of the reviewers mentioning, oh, we went back on there, that item's discontinued, but I see it's still for sale. No, it is for sale through another seller on the marketplace. So I wanted to elaborate that because I see the reviews and I want to give them a fair, structured review for the way the site is. Other major thing was the app stuff. App. Go on there, get the app. Download the app. Go on there, spin the wheel for the app. Do this for the app. I don't want your app. I go on to the web browser and get what I need. So why would I want to go use your app? They want to force that app. That's a huge security concern to me. They want to pressure. Whenever you deal with security and they talk about anybody who wants to pressure something or pressure you into making a quick decision, that is a huge no-no and a red flag, and you should be warned on that not to ever do that. They use a lot of high-pressure techniques on there about their app. The other thing that they do on a lot of sites, and this site, is total bait and switch you. Total bait and switch. Oh, we have this product on sale for $2.99. And it'll say LED light, 100 foot in the description. You go click on that product, you go in there, choose how long you want. Oh, the one that's $2.99 is the 2 foot, not the 100 foot. Oh, the 100 foot, oh, that's $39. Your description on that post said 100 foot. To me, that's bait and switch, that's fraud, and that's lying. They do that a lot on their posts because it's a marketplace too. So it's not necessarily them, but it's all the people that are doing it. There's other sites, and I'm sure anybody that's seen this knows exactly what other sites I'm talking about, that are marketplaces that pull that same stuff. And people need to stand up to it and say, hey, you need to stop that false advertisement and that bait and switch. And I know there's legal laws and other things that prevent that, but again, they're in China, so they can do what they want. So this is where these red flags come in. There is a lot of little stuff on there that just drives me crazy that they do. If they would do this stuff legitimately and straightforward, they would probably get a lot better of a review. But for me, they got a 2 out of 10, and they're lucky they got a 2. The only reason they got a 2 out of 10 is because some of these products that I bought were fairly nice products, would do for what I need it to do. If you've watched some of those videos, a lot of them I gave fairly decent. Yeah, I'd buy that product. Yeah, I'd recommend that product. Yeah, I would say maybe if you're looking for these features, this product would work for you. If I go on there and you start telling me those lights are $2.99 and I go start clicking on them and you're going to tell me it's now $10.99 for the description you exactly posted, that to me is red flag no. That is just come up and just slap me in the face and say, hey, you want another? No. So this is why this gets brought up in this video, because a lot of people are acceptant to it. This site is making a lot of money and a lot of sales because of fraudulent stuff. How do you compare apples to apples when you have different marketplaces and you have people might be very honest and fair and put on there, okay, my lights, I'm going to sell them for $8.99 for 100 foot. But then they bait and switch you into an ad where they try to link you in for $2.99 and they're selling them for $12.99 for 100 foot. You have someone that has it for $8.99 and then you have the bait and switcher for $12.99. How do you compare them fairly, because you can't see them equally without clicking on everything and jumping back and forth and opening different windows and doing all kinds of stuff and compare the pricing? To compare, are they the same brand? Hey, you might jump on there and that $2.99 brand is Nokia. And then you jump and you click on there and the 100 and some odd foot for $14.99 is IKEA. They might be completely different brands. You don't know what they're selling. And then they add things like, oh, do you want a remote? No remote? Do you want it to be controlled by your app on your phone? All these are different prices on top of the strand, the length. Where you just ran me an ad saying $2.99 and it gave a full description. When I click on there, I have to click on the boxes and it changes all of the pricing. Wait a minute. That to me is totally illegal. That should not happen. You just posted an ad, basically. If you get a newspaper ad from the grocery store, corn, 20 for $1, and you go into the grocery store with that ad, and you walk in and say, where's this corn that's 20 for $1? Oh no, it's 2 for $1. They made a mistake. They honor that 20 for $1 because you have the ad. That's the laws. But a lot of these marketplaces, they don't want to follow that. They want to pull the bait and switch on you. So that's what I see a lot on this site. I see a lot of that. A lot of things like, oh, buy this shirt. It's a 6X with, I don't know, with your logo on it. Okay, so I go on there. Oh yeah, you want that? Okay. You can only get it in neon green for that price. Oh, you want blue? Oh, that's $14.99. Oh, you want red? That's $18.99. Oh, you want... Like, wait a minute. nowhere on there did it specify only this color. You literally have to go on there and click all the different colors to figure out all the different pricing. So it's weird because they'll advertise something for $14.99 or whatever. You can go on there, pick a different color, and get it for a cheaper price than the one they advertised. Just like, wait a minute. That's just weird. There's other marketplaces where they sell the product, and every product, no matter what color it is the same price. So they are doing it fair, they are doing it honestly, but most of those guys are really the higher prices. So where you see that item that's $14.99, they're selling it for $29.99 or $30, but it's all the colors constant straight across at that price. So they are trying to run their business as a flatline business on that marketplace. Yeah, their price is too high. Yeah, maybe there's some slight variance, but I doubt it between those products. I've put in multiple orders on multiple days that all get thrown into the same bag, get shipped out under the same tracking number, that are supposedly from different resellers or markets or wholesalers. Obviously, it's all coming out of the same warehouse because it's all coming out of the same bag, out of the same location, out of the same time, out of the same tracking number. So that's kind of the other weird catch. Even though they're different sellers selling the product, and if you go on there, you will actually see now, like mine is showing a different seller, Highland Lights, Cocoa Lights, and then you can click on them and see all the products they're selling. Kind of like eBay, when you go on to your favorite sellers and you can see what the seller is selling. Same thing. So you have all these sellers selling products that are actually coming out of the same exact warehouse. They're all getting shipped together. So, last batch I have coming are 3 orders placed on 3 separate days because there were ad items that were specials, hourly specials, different sellers, all in one tracking number. So these were some of the things that I've seen that I wanted to really press about this company, about the way these sellers and marketplace is run. Even though it's a marketplace, kind of raises another question. Is it a legit marketplace? Who is selling these products? Is it really this company itself, or is it actual marketplaces who are doing this? I'm kind of curious on how that's working. I know some other sites that I've bought, orders get split up, or another company where it actually tells you where it's shipped out of. If it's shipped out of their warehouse or the reseller's warehouse. I have not seen that on there. I have not had any of those orders come separate, split. Well, that's not true. I had one order where I ordered 2 things. Ordered some shelves, ordered what else came with it. And the shelves came out separately. Where this gave me the 10-day standard delivery, the shelves came with 1 month. I don't remember another bait and switch to me. I don't remember ever seeing anywhere on that site where it says you can have 1 month delivery. It says all right there, 10-day delivery, 10-day delivery, guaranteed delivery by the blah, 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 blah. I didn't even bother looking when I placed the order because I assumed, of course that's my fault, I assumed it was 10-day delivery as the same as everything else that's been ordered. But to me, I was like, you know what? That's not a big deal. It was a good price. It's fitting the category what I want. It's what I've been looking for. If I have to wait, I have to wait. Funny thing was, that order got lost in shipping. So they had to refund the money for that order. So it was kind of a weird situation there on its own, but it was kind of a strange situation there that nowhere did it say there's 1 month delivery. If you go on that site, maybe you can find it somewhere hidden. I don't know. But I thought it was kind of interesting. So I find that really interesting with the site. There seems to be a lot of little weird quirks and a lot of weird things. So, depending on what you want, if you really find the product you need and you want, there are some advantages, there are some disadvantages. Of course, if you're looking at two different marketplaces and they're a lot cheaper, you can order the product from them. You know you should be getting it within 10 days. If you don't, they give you a credit. There's a huge bonus there to that. But again, you got to watch out for the security side. You don't want to be giving them your personal banking information, all that type of stuff. You want to play it super, super safe. Do you want to be using that app? No. I say no to that app. So, wanted to go through there and express some of those other things that I've found that really can be an annoyance. But again, also now, back to that purchase. They give you a 30-day price match. That can help you, or it could be worth nothing. Now, if you got it for a cheaper price than the other marketplace or the other reseller or whoever, and it's the same exact product, and you're pretty sure it's pretty much the exact same product, and you got a 30-day price match where if the price happens to go down, these are all big pluses. So, it's kind of a really alluring thing. And this is really where, in the security side, like I mentioned, where it raises a lot of red flags, and it makes me a little concerned, is about the high pressure techniques. That's what scammers, fraud people do to you to make you do things you shouldn't do in a pace you shouldn't do, to get your information, to get you to make a mistake, as they high pressure you into it. I actually had a salesman guy come here with a water treatment center, try to high pressure me into a sale, give him my personal information, put out a credit application on a generic paper form. I told him he was crazy, that would never happen. He would never get me to fill that out. Then he started calling me all kinds of names, calling me a liar and calling me a fraud and all. I'm like, dude, get out. And he couldn't figure out what he did wrong. And I'm like, really? Is there that many people that just fill those out because he's pressuring? That's social engineering. Go watch that video. I have a video on that. Social engineering. How people get you to do things that you shouldn't be doing. Prime example of it. And he pushed, and I said, hell no. You will never get me to fill that out. And I told him what my YouTube channel was, and I said, you need to go watch those videos to find your mistake, dude. You not think I'm doing videos about these exact tactics and treatment and how you do things? And you think I'm just going to fall for it? So, only reason I'm bringing that up is because it's not only websites, it's not only email, it's not only car salesmen. They do all the same high pressure tactics to get you to sign and do what you need to get you to do things that you know you really shouldn't do, but Oh, I need the car, I'll do this, or I'll buy the extended warranty. There's a certain website that are out there that pretty much now, any electronic, you want to buy the extended warranty for $4.99 or $5.99 or $8.99. They keep pressuring these things and add-ons and all this stuff, secondary add-ons and secondary sales. They do that too. When you go to shop out, to check out, oh, you sure you don't want to add this to your cart? They're pitching stuff and pushing stuff. A lot of high pressure tactics from this site. Sometimes there's some good stuff there, but what are they pushing? What are they pushing to you? This is why I'm mentioning all of this marketplaces, multiple prices, all of this stuff. Oh yeah, that looks great. I'll take that for $19.99. When somebody probably has it on their site for $14.99, $12.99, $10.99, and you just bought it for the higher price. I've seen a lot of products on there that are $14, $13, and $30 and $32 for the same exact product because of the seller. And I just told you, I can pretty much guarantee it's all coming out of the same warehouse. So who's making the profit? So those items that they come up to push, who's selling them and who's making the profit? You might think, yeah, that's a great deal for $14.99, but someone might be selling it for $6.99, $2.99. I've got stuff back here on the wall that I bought. Those little tiny figurines, I don't know if you could see them above and low light, for $2. There's people selling them for $8, $12 each. I paid $2. Just a different seller. You can go in there and find them all. It's just knowing to look. A lot of marketplaces, not just this site, it's the same thing. Shop around. This is really the big thing, is to shop around. Anything. If you buy a car, anything, shop it around. You don't, if you really like a specific car, get a hold of all the dealers in a 30-mile range, 60-mile range, and say, how much is this car? How much will you give it to me for? Reach out to them. Shop it around. Same thing you do on these sites. Like I said, you have one marketplace, you have this marketplace, and you found this marketplace is cheaper, and you went with them, and they have the price match, they have the 10-day delivery, they have a lot of things that seem really interesting and good to you, where the other marketplace, it says it's coming out of China, take 30 days, free shipping, maybe $2.99 for shipping, maybe free shipping, maybe it's $8.99 for shipping. Well, you have these variables. And then they push app. So that's where the security side I keep coming back to. Why do they push these things? They're giving you a very good price to hook you in, and then they're pushing something on you. I see a lot of that. Hook in, push. Hook in, push. Hook in, push. That's my main complaint with this. There's a lot of pushing where they should just be, thank you, here you go, come back to us, and so on. It's not like, it'd be like me coming to do this video. Okay, now you watch this video, you owe me $10, mail me your $10. After every video you watch, you owe me $10. That's the kind of push I feel that you get from them. Is they always want more instead of thanking you for your business and welcome and come back. That attitude is not there anymore. It's so much of how I can push the next thing, get the most profit from you, and just keep going and going and going and going and going until you have nothing left. These are why I was drawn to do these videos, is to point out all of these videos, all this stuff. Make sure you don't waste your money. Now, one of the things that you've probably seen if you've seen the videos is there's not really any tech product. I mean, I got USB chargers, USB cables. There's no real tech product. Seen a lot of reviews, dealt with a lot of off-brand SSD drives, got weird testing, got weird results, got weird stuff. So I've pretty much stayed away from the tech products. Except for, I just bought network cable Cat 8 from them. I'll have to test that. I've seen reviews where they compare Cat 8, Cat 7, Cat 6, and such, and they say it's not worth the money because of the bandwidth. Well, I'm not running that bandwidth. The reason I bought it was for the shielding. I'm not running 40 gig network. I'm not running. Want the shielded, higher shielded, graded quality. Other thing they talk about is a lot of those aren't terminated properly, aren't done correctly, where you're not getting the full advantage of that. Well, okay. I don't think I am running through a machine shop. So I don't need that full advantage, and I got it for no low enough price that shielding should be enough for the environment I'm in. Knowing this and understanding what the product is and reviewing it apples to the right apple to the correct apple, not East Coast apple to West Coast apple, West Coast apple, same region. And like I said, same region. You can't compare Southern California apple to Northern California apple. Yeah, they're California apples, but that's a huge area. That's a huge variety of stuff. Altitude, weather, temperature. One area gets more rain. One area is more colder. There's a huge variable there. So that's where I've had a lot of problems with the reviews I've seen. Is, again, I've mentioned, there's different grade quality of product. This is not grade A, high-end quality product. Knowing that and understanding that and knowing where you can use quality B, quality C grade product and where you want quality A product. There's a reason why you go out and you buy Kingston memory. You go out and buy an HP computer. Go out and buy a Dell. You go out and buy. There's variables here in product. Knowing what you want. Now, you don't go out and buy some off-brand computer and compare it to a high-end server. There's no way it's going to be the same. There's certain advantages that this little mini computer here that I have will outperform a server because a Xeon processor and servers cannot handle certain things. They're not designed for that. They're designed to be a server. Where this is designed to handle it. So this is where I had an issue with the site. Knowing that, and that's why I don't have electronic components to review and test. I've reached out to them. I've mentioned that in the other video. I've got no response. That's the other really major thing with them. Support-wise, reaching out to them, there is no real support there. They're in China. They're a marketplace. They don't really care. And they just don't care. But for some reason, they have a huge marketing ploy of, we'll give you free product if you go on there and they use their app. And this is another problem with their app. And you go in and you rat out and you hand over all your personal information and all your friends. And then you get them to go on and do the same thing you did. Then you earn your free product. You earn bonus stuff. Well, I'm not going to be on there giving you all my family and friends emails and getting them to sign up and loading their app in their phone when I don't even recommend it at all. That's a huge security concern. Mentioned in this video and a couple others, not to do that. Have videos out there about how cell phones are totally unsafe to start with. So why would I want to cause that headache and pain to people in my family or friends or people I know? Because I'm going to get $40 worth of grade C tech or product? That's not worth it to me. And the more and more people you send more and more junk to, and the more and more they do it, the more and more stuff you can get. So there's the videos out there. Oh, I've earned $100 worth of free product. Yeah, but you ratted out everybody on your friends list and got them to do it and go on there and earn product and rat out all of their friends and give out all of their personal information and, you know, their email, their phone number, and all this other garbage that they want to get from you, so that they can get them to do the same thing you do. What's your privacy worth? And don't mention it's a Chinese company. I'm sure everybody's seen more stuff about TikTok. TikTok, banning TikTok. There's a Chinese base that they have their own laws. You just put that in their server. You just gave them all that information. So that's what I want to press. That's what I wanted to bring out due to this site. So there's a lot of concerns there. A lot of people should be aware of. And here I'm doing the video. If nobody's watching, nobody cares. Everybody thinks they know better. Everybody don't really care about an opinion of someone who's been doing this stuff, warning you about the security concerns. Well, head on over there, do what you want, because you're going to. But here I'm trying to give you fair warning, trying to give you the information I believe everybody does need to know. So, want to thank everybody for watching. Hit the subscribe. I think this is really going to end this series unless something else comes up, unless there's some great product or something. But again, I've bought a lot of products, pins, other things from them. A lot of Disney products that are basically made over there anyways. There's a whole dispute over that. You can go watch a lot of YouTubers talk about how much they charge at the stores for stuff that they bought for dirt cheap. But again, that's the marketing, that's the ploy. These guys, if they could charge that same price on their store, I'm sure they would. I'm sure there's probably people on there charging a lot of money for the same thing. Like I said, there's different prices, different things. So, again, thank you all for watching. I'm going to end this series and stick around, watch the securities, watch the gaming stuff. Go back, watch all the old videos. There's a lot of videos. There's years of videos on there. Thank you all.